Welcome everyone to another exciting Educational Friday. My name is Mohammed Qadmi. You can call me MK whenever you want, guys. I'm your host for today's session, and I'm thrilled to have you here as we dive into the world of enterprise blockchain frameworks. This time, this session will be packed with real insights that will give you the tools to understand how blockchain can transform businesses and enterprises. As we know, blockchain is shaping the way companies operate, trust each other, and integrate new technologies. So today we're exploring the framework that makes all of this possible, from how businesses set up their networks to how they scale them while integrating with existing systems. We'll be talking about, let's say, governance and trust in consortium networks, the public versus the private blockchains, the real business applications, and challenges in enterprise blockchain integration. And of course, as usual, we'll leave room for your valuable questions because we want to hear what's on your mind, guys. So buckle up. We're about to break it down and get into the nitty gritty of blockchain in business. So Yusuf, whenever you're ready, man, let's get started.
Thank you very much, MK, for this amazing uh, introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Educational Friday episode. So, this is a space where we gather to learn, connect, and innovate together in the ever evolving world of blockchain technology. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Yusuf, your blockchain and crypto instructor during this program. I'm thrilled to host this session as part of our 8 session program, where each week we dive deep into the latest insights and trends that will help you advance in the blockchain space. So, our goal in this program is to create a platform for all participants, whether you are new to blockchain or seasoned professional, to explore new ideas, engage with thought leaders, and expand your network. We will focus on discussing critical topics such as blockchain frameworks, smart contract security, legacy systems, and business applications. So we still have other 5 sessions. It's an exciting opportunity to not just learn, but also to foster collaboration that drives innovation in the field. So this event is brought to you by Dark Blockchain in collaboration with the Ashgraph Association. With that being said, I want to remind you that Dark Blockchain is offering a free Ashgraph Association certificate supported by Edera Technology. It's an excellent opportunity for beginners to learn about Web3 and its applications. Common question I get asked: what makes it worth my time? So first, you will learn the fundamentals. You will gain a clear understanding of how blockchain and distributed ledger technologies work, with a focus on Edera-powered solutions. You will also gain practical knowledge because the course will provide you insights into real-world use cases, helping you to connect the theory to practical applications. Don't forget that you'll be able to enhance your resume with this certificate. So as Web3 continues to grow, having a certificate from a credible organization such as the Hashgraph Association signals your skills and enthusiasm for decentralized technology. Finally, it's completely free and accessible, so making it inclusive way to explore this cutting edge space without financial barriers. So you really need to think about this opportunity. Now let's turn our attention to session 3 of this program, where we'll be diving into the world of enterprise blockchain frameworks. This one is one of the important topics for anyone interested in how blockchain is being applied at enterprise level. In this session, we will cover several crucial aspects of enterprise blockchain frameworks, starting with an overview of the most popular frameworks like Hyperledger Fabric, Quorum, Corda, and others. We'll also discuss governance and trust within consortium networks. Governance is a key in any blockchain network, and we'll look at how different models, centralized, decentralized, and hybrid, can influence the way organizations collaborate and share data. Trust is also essential when managing these networks, and we'll discuss how foster and maintain it using various consensus mechanisms and reputation systems. Another important topic we'll touch is integration with legacy systems. We'll also compare public versus private permissioned blockchains. Another pivotal point in understanding how different organizations implement blockchain based on their needs for privacy, scalability, and control over their data. Lastly, we'll cover the business applications and challenges of blockchain from supply chain management to digital identity and the hurdles businesses face in adopting the blockchain technology. We wrap up the session with the research topics that are currently shaping the future of blockchain technology and open the floor for a Q&A where you can ask questions, share your thoughts, and engage in an open discussion about topics. Next slide, Omar, please. So here you'll find an attendance check. So before we dive into the deep dive of this session, I'd like to remind everyone to please complete your attendance check for session 3. To do so, simply scan the QR code displayed on your screen. This is an important step to ensure that we are tracking the participation of each of you during the 8-session program. Your active participation today will be crucial for the overall success of the program, and we appreciate your prompt response to this. So I'll also send you the form link in the chat. While you are filling this form, I want to announce you that we will host another iExec live workshop next Friday here in our Discord server. I want also to know if you face any issues or challenges while doing the raffle exercise of last week. So please don't hesitate to let us know the challenges you faced, and also you can leave your feedbacks either here in the live chat or in our community chat in Discord. Our team and exec team will surely help you. I'm looking forward to an engaging and insightful session today. Please make sure stay tuned, take notes, and don't hesitate to interact with others. Remember, this is a space where you learn, share, and grow together. So let's get started. Where we begin here our deep dive into the world of enterprise blockchain frameworks. As you know, blockchain technology isn't just for cryptocurrencies. It has found its way into businesses, supply chains, and even governments due to its potential to provide secure, transparent, and efficient solutions. Let's start by understanding the most popular enterprise blockchain frameworks. Hyperledger Fabric. So Hyperledger Fabric is an open source permissioned blockchain framework, meaning only authorized participants can join the network, unlike public blockchains like, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum that we talked about during our past sessions. So we'll dive into each of these blockchain frameworks in the next slides. I'll just right now give you a quick definition for each one. So next one is Quorum, which is a permissioned version of Ethereum optimized for enterprise use. So it's specifically designed to address the performance and privacy concerns of businesses. We can also talk about Corda. So Corda is a distributed ledger technology specifically designed for the financial sector. Unlike traditional blockchain networks, Corda's transactions are only visible to relevant parties, providing privacy by design. The final example that we will talk about today is EOSIO. So it's highly scalable blockchain that can handle a larger number of transactions per second, making it suitable for industries that require high throughput. We can move on to the next slide, Omar. Okay, now let's zoom in on Hyperledger Fabric, which is one of the most widely used blockchain frameworks in enterprise settings. So first, we said that it's a permissioned blockchain, okay? Meaning that only authorized participants are allowed to join the network. So this feature is important for businesses that need to protect their data from unauthorized access. By controlling who can join the network, businesses can create a secure environment for transactions and interactions. So it has a modular architecture. It's one of the standout features of Hyperledger Fabric. This means businesses can customize the blockchain to their needs, whether it's selecting the type of consensus mechanism, how network participants agree on transactions, managing privacy settings, or adding smart contracts for business logic. So the modularity gives enterprises flexibility. In Hyperledger Fabrics, smart contracts are called chain code. Chain code allows businesses to automate processes by embedding business logic directly onto the blockchain. So I'll give you a quick example of that. For example, if a supply chain is tracked on Hyperledger Fabric, a smart contract could automatically trigger payments or shipments when certain conditions or where certain conditions are met. Okay. So the key features of Hyperledger, first, the privacy. So since it's permissioned, only authorized users can access certain data. We can also talk about the scalability, as Hyperledger can scale to support large networks, making it ideal for enterprises with many participants. Also, with the modular design and efficient transaction processing, Hyperledger offers high performance and fast processing. So this blockchain framework is often used in supply chain, finance, and government sectors, where transparency and accountability are crucial, but where privacy is also necessary. So it's supported by IBM, and it's often used in enterprise-grade solutions for large businesses and organizations. Next slide. Okay, moving on now to Quorum, which is a highly enterprise-friendly blockchain framework, especially for businesses that require high performance and privacy. It's an Ethereum-based framework, a public blockchain that's known for its decentralized applications and smart contracts. However, it takes the Ethereum base and tailors it for the needs of enterprises, allowing businesses to leverage the benefits of Ethereum while addressing privacy and performance concerns. So, unlike Ethereum, which is public and transparent, they allow enterprises to maintain privacy over their transactions. This is achieved through permissioned consensus and private transaction capabilities. It also focuses on improving performance so that transactions happen much faster compared to Ethereum's public network. So the key feature that we can talk about are permissioned consensus and transaction privacy. So the consensus mechanism allow only authorized entities to validate transactions, ensuring higher security and faster processing, while private transactions are executed so that sensitive business data remains confidential between participants. This point is really essential for financial institutions that deal with private customer information. Due to its privacy and performance features, financial institutions are the primary users of this blockchain framework. So it is particularly suited for banking and financial transactions where data protections and fast transaction speed are critical. For example, it's supported by JP Morgan, one of the largest financial institutions in the world. It is designed to cater to the needs of high throughput applications, particularly those in the financial services industry. Moving on to the next slide. So now we'll talk about R3 Corda, a blockchain framework that has been designed with a focus on financial institutions. Corda is different from traditional blockchain platforms because it emphasizes privacy and scalability. So Corda is a distributed ledger technology, DLT platform, but it doesn't follow the traditional blockchain model of having all data visible to everyone on the network. Instead, Corda's transactions are only visible to the relevant parties. This is important because in the financial industry, confidentiality is a high priority. Corda achieves this by ensuring that only involved parties, for instance, a buyer and a seller, can view the transaction details while the rest of the network remains unaware. It's also privacy by design. So by that, I mean transactions are visible only to the relevant parties. We also have the smart contracts, so self-executing agreements between buyer and seller in this blockchain framework. The key feature that we can mention are that there are no central authority. Unlike traditional centralized systems, Corda is decentralized, and the scalability for complex workflows, because Corda is designed to handle complex workflows efficiently, which is essential for financial services that require multiple entities to participate in transactions. The most common use cases for Corda are banking, insurance, and trade finance. It's especially well suited for industries where privacy, confidentiality, and efficiency are required. Next slide, Omar. Okay. Now let's talk about governance and trust, which are critical aspects of blockchain and when it comes to consortium networks. These networks typically involve multiple parties or organizations coming together to use the blockchain for mutual benefits. So there are different ways to set up governance in a blockchain network. We can first talk about the centralized type. By that I mean only one organization controls the network. If we say decentralized, it means that multiple organizations share control. And if we talk about hybrid, it means a mix of both centralized and decentralized structures are present. So each model has its advantages depending on the industry and the stakeholders involved. Okay. Blockchain networks are often used in trustless environments. So now we'll talk about the trust building point, meaning participants don't need to trust one to another directly. However, in consortium networks, trust is still essential. Blockchain networks can build trust through shared governance, for example, where participants have equal say in decision making. Can also talk about transparency. So the openness of blockchain ensures that actions and decisions are clear to all involved. We can mention reputation systems. Trust can be reinforced by tracking the reliability of participants over time. The consensus mechanisms, these are used to ensure that everyone agrees on the state of the blockchain and the validity of transactions. Now, regarding the challenges that governance and trust face, we have first the coordination among stakeholders. In a consortium, different stakeholders like companies or governments might have competing interests or different priorities. They should also maintain trust. So it's vital to ensure that all parties trust the system and the data shared within it, especially as the number of participants grows. So we're gonna make a small break now, and I want to go back to the chat and see if anyone have a question regarding the blockchain frameworks example that I have presented, such as Hyperledger Fabric, Quorum, and Earth Recorda. And I also want to know if you have questions regarding the governance and trust in consortium network. So please, guys, don't hesitate to ask your questions, and also mention if everything is clear for you so that we can continue our presentation of today. Okay. Thank you, Yusra, for your interaction. Okay, guys, if you can. So, yeah, to get the attendance proof that we talked about during the first session, so you should fill the attendance forms that we put in the chat each session of the 8 program. By that, you can secure that you get an attendance proof that is from DAR blockchain. It's really important to complete this task. So if you can, guys, mention in the chat if it's clear for you or not, so that I can make sure that everyone is following and no one is lost. If you need some clarifications, you can also write down that in the chat before we continue. All right, thank you, Zainab, for your interaction. Let's give them another minute and see if we have any question. Otherwise, I will continue the presentation. Okay, Aya is asking a question. Are we going to have any concrete examples later? So by examples, what do you mean exactly? You mean examples of blockchain frameworks? Because we already covered the 3 examples of blockchain frameworks. If you can tell me what do you mean exactly? Yeah. Okay, Brandy wrote, I'm here the first time and this is very interesting and important for me. Okay, welcome Brandy. So if it's your first time, I want to remind you that the Educational Friday is a space where we all gather to learn, connect, and innovate together in the ever evolving of world of blockchain technology. So since 2 weeks, we started an 8-session program where each week we dive deep into the latest insights and trends that will help you advance in the blockchain space. Our goal in this program is to create platform for all participants, whether they are new to blockchain or seasoned professional, to explore new ideas and also engage and expand their network. We will focus on discussing critical topics such as blockchain frameworks, for example, today. We also have interoperability in the plan, smart contract security. We also have a session about DeFi. So it's really an exciting opportunity to not just learn, but also to foster collaboration that drives innovation in the field. So welcome again, Brandy. Okay, Aya wrote a more precise example. For example, the exact process in which the bank uses the framework presented here. Yeah, if you can go back, Omar, please, to the slide of tell you. I think it's the slide. Here's three. No, the previous one. Yeah, Quorum, exactly. So as you can see here, yeah, we have we can see that Quorum is supported by JP Morgan, so one of the largest financial institutions in the world. So this blockchain framework is designed to cater to the needs of high throughput applications, particularly those in the financial services industry. So due to its privacy and performance features, financial institutions are the primary users of Quorum. It is particularly suited for banking and financial transactions, where data protection and fast transaction speeds are critical. Okay. So let me know if you found my answer clear before we continue our presentation of today. Yes, thank you. Okay, guys. And as usual, at the end of the session, we'll leave like 15 to 10 minutes to another Q&A. So write down your notes and questions so that we can, while we continue, okay? All right. Thank you, Aya, for your interaction. Okay, guys. Now let's talk about integration with legacy systems. So it's one of the biggest hurdles for businesses looking to implement blockchain technology. The integration with legacy systems is really hard. Many organizations already rely on older technology, and shifting to a fully blockchain based system may seem really doubting at the first time. So, if we talk about the challenges, we can mention the compatibility with existing systems. Legacy systems often use outdated technologies that don't communicate well with new blockchain platforms. We can also talk about data migration and interoperability. Migrating data from old systems to blockchain networks can be complex, especially if there's a need for real time access. So, the solutions for those challenges are first the API integrations. So, by integrating or using an API, it might be a great solution. By API, I mean application programming interfaces for those who don't know it yet. So, APIs allow the legacy systems to interact with blockchain networks without replacing the entire system. Another solution can be the integration of middleware for smooth transitions. Middleware acts as a bridge between the old and new technologies, ensuring that data flows seamlessly between the systems. So these integrations have some key benefits. By integrating blockchain with legacy systems, businesses can first streamline processes. So blockchain can automate tasks, like really hard tasks that can spend a lot of time for their employees. For example, I don't know, maybe like data validation. So it reduces a lot the need for manual intervention. Sorry. By that, businesses can really save a lot of time. Another benefit is the enhancing operational efficiency. So blockchain can handle data securely and faster than traditional systems by improving the overall efficiency of operations. So mainly that's it for integration with legacy systems. We've covered the challenges, the benefits, and also the solutions. Moving on now to the comparison between public and private permissioned blockchains. So this slide will delve into the difference between both. So let's start first with the public blockchains, which are also called open access and decentralized. Anyone can join a public blockchain and participate in the consensus process. For example, we can mention the two biggest cryptocurrencies right now in the market, which are Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, Bitcoin and Ethereum are classified into public blockchains because they are both open access and decentralized. Okay. Meanwhile, the private and permissioned blockchains have a controlled access. By that, I mean only authorized participants can join and interact with the blockchain. They also have a higher privacy because the information shared on private blockchains can be kept confidential. So, two examples that we mentioned at the beginning of our presentations are Hyperledger and Corda. So, Hyperledger and Corda are called private and permissioned blockchains because not anyone can see what is on the blockchain, unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum. For example, if you open the Bitcoin Explorer and Etherscan the Ethereum Explorer, you can see each transaction saved in the Explorer by date. You can also see who sent it. Like you can get informations about the address of the sender and the receiver, the timestamps. Also, you can get the amount of ETH or Bitcoin sent, even the transaction fees. Everything is public, okay? But Hyperledger and Corda, they have got another type of blockchain because, as we mentioned, they work with financial institutions, insurances, so they need higher privacy and control access for their clients. But what exactly are the key differences between them both? So we can mention the consensus models. So public blockchains typically use mechanisms like proof of work. So Bitcoin uses proof of work, for example, or also proof of stake. Ethereum, for example, in 2022 have merged from proof of work to proof of stake. We can also mention other cryptocurrencies that you might know that are proof of stake. For example, Cardano, Solana, or even BNB. They are all proof of stake cryptos. While private blockchains, they use a more controlled method than the consensus models, okay? As I said before, the transparency, public blockchains offer more transparency since everyone can view the transactions. Private blockchains only allow authorized users to see the data. Another key difference is scalability. Private blockchains are usually more scalable because they don't have to deal with a massive number of users that public uh, blockchains manage. So maybe these are the differences between public blockchain versus private and permissioned blockchains. Now let's move on to the next slide, Omar, where we'll talk about business applications and challenges of blockchain frameworks. Blockchain technology has found applications in various industries, but it also comes with its set of challenges. Let's first talk about the applications of blockchain. First, we have supply chain. Blockchain can track products from origin to destination, ensuring authenticity and reducing fraud. In finance, it enables secure, transparent, and fast transactions. In healthcare, blockchain can manage patient data securely while ensuring privacy and data integrity. So maybe it's still not really yet present in healthcare compared to others. In asset tracking, blockchain helps in tracking ownership and authenticity of assets like real estate or luxury items like watches. Finally, we can talk about the application of blockchain in digital identity. It's used for managing digital identities, reducing the risk of identity theft. Another big issue that is happening right now on the internet. So, For the challenges, we can talk about scalability issues. As more users join the blockchain, the system needs to handle a higher volume of transactions. So this is a real challenge that business applications have. Can also talk about regulatory compliance, ensuring that blockchain solutions comply with local laws and regulations is a major challenge, especially in sectors like healthcare and finance. Finally, you can talk about the integration with traditional systems. Many businesses still rely on legacy systems, and integrating blockchain with these systems is really complex. So today, as we covered in this slide, we have many applications of blockchain, but we also still face a lot of challenges. So to wrap up this session about enterprise blockchain frameworks, I encourage all of you to dive into these research topics. So first, you can dive into Hyperledger Fabric. You need to know how Hyperledger Fabric modular architecture influence blockchain scalability and privacy in business settings. You can also research about the performance benchmarks of Hyperledger Fabric. You can do also some research about Ethereum for enterprises, the case of Quorum, of course, that we covered today. So maybe check how does Quorum address Ethereum scalability issues for enterprise use, or even investigate on Quorum's unique privacy features and how they affect financial institution operations. Finally, try to compare enterprise blockchain frameworks by exploring a comparative analysis of Hyperledger Fabric, Quorum, and Corda in terms of governance models, privacy, and transaction speed. And also investigate what are the main trade-offs in using public versus private permissioned blockchains for enterprise solutions. So, as I said, I highly encourage you to do some researches regarding these topics and continue exploring the transformative potential of enterprise blockchain frameworks as we move forward in this rapidly evolving space. So, thank you all for your participation today. Right now, let's have another Q&A where you can ask questions regarding this session that covered enterprise blockchain frameworks. So please don't hesitate. If something is still not clear, it's your chance now to drop it either in the chat of the stage, or if you want, you can also join us to the stage and open your microphone and ask your question directly. So, are there any questions regarding this session? And regarding the research topics, as usual, I will drop them in the community chat so that you can keep an eye on them. I'll also send you a recap of this session. As usual, the session is recorded, so you can find our our record in the YouTube channel of Dar Blockchain. You will also find all previous episodes from this program and also from the first educational Fridays. We also recorded the last session of iExec. It will be uploaded soon. A lot of you asked me when it will be uploaded, so don't worry, guys. Okay, I can see a question of Nadir. Hi, Nadir. So, very interesting question. If a country, let's say Tunisia, wants to do an exchange, what should it use? Okay. By that you mean a cryptocurrency exchange, I think. So blockchain-based exchange. I think it should consider permissioned blockchain frameworks for higher privacy, control, and also regulatory compliance, such as Hyperledger Fabric, Corda, or Quorum that we mentioned. So also we should talk about the regulatory compliance. So Tunisia would need to ensure that the exchanges comply with both local and international regulations concerning financial transactions, AML, anti-money laundering, and CFT, combating the financing of terrorism. It would also need to align with the financial sector regulations, ensuring that users' data is protected and secure. So I think, in my opinion, permissioned blockchain frameworks can be really a solution for a country like Tunisia due to their privacy and control. It is critical that any country ensures proper regulatory compliance, also a robust security system, and user-friendly access to the platform to ensure adoption and smooth operations. So let me know if you found my answer clear or not. Okay, Brandy says, iExec got me here too. I'm already visioning the amount of work, guys. Thank you very much, Brandy. Another reminder, next week we'll have another iExec live workshop here. So we'll communicate about the plan during the week. It will be live on our Discord server in the event stage, as usual during the Educational Friday. After that, we will go back again to the 8 sessions program. We'll come back to the session 4. So today is session 3. All right. Thank you, Nadir, for your interaction once again. Any other question, guys, before we close the stage? Please don't hesitate to interact. Yeah, I think they will ask no questions. I mean, so it's been already 1 hour. Thank you very much for your participation, guys. And Emin, the floor is yours. You can close the event stage.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
once
Yusuf.
again.
Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you so much. And that's wrap up for today's session, guys. So hope you enjoyed the session. Hope Yusuf got it all done like you want. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into enterprise blockchain frameworks. We hope you now have a clearer understanding of how blockchain frameworks are being used in the real world and how they could transform your business. Next week, as Yusuf already said, we could name something even bigger. Line it up. We'll be hosting the exact second workshop session where we'll be exploring how to unlock the full potential of decentralized cloud computing as of the first session. The program will be communicated, so give an eye to our socials and all, and our chat discussion. It's going to be a game changer, I think. Trust me, you won't want to miss it, guys. Mark your calendars for next Friday and let's continue this journey of learning and growing together. The best part, it's all about you guys, as we always say it, and we will repeat it in every session. It's already about you, and it will be always about you guys. You are our community, and we're doing this just for you, and we want it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you have any friends or other communities to share this opportunity with, guys, let's just share it. Let's gather in one place. Thank you again for being such an amazing part of this space. We're here to help you build, learn, and grow. Don't forget that, and see you at the next one. Thank you, guys.